An eerie silence blankets the desolate landscape, stretching endlessly under a pale sky. The wind whispers through the skeletal remains of long-dead trees, their branches reaching like grasping claws. Dust devils dance in the distance, swirling across the barren plains in a haunting ballet. The sun beats down mercilessly, casting long, distorted shadows that amplify the sense of isolation. Not a single sign of life breaks the horizon, only the endless expanse of cracked earth and withered vegetation. The silence is so profound, it feels as though the very air is holding its breath. A pale, endless sky stretches out, serene and untouched. Suddenly, a thin, dark line pierces the horizon, a sinister plume of black smoke rising against the light. The smoke billows, a stark contrast marring the pristine landscape. It twists and curls, carrying a silent threat across the vast expanse. The ominous smoke stains the horizon, a harbinger of unseen events. The pale sky seems to recoil, overshadowed by the encroaching darkness. Shafts of sunlight pierce through shattered stained glass, illuminating an abandoned church in ethereal beams. Dust motes dance in the hallowed space, each particle a tiny ghost in the silent sanctuary. Desperate pleas and angry accusations scar the walls in a chaotic tapestry of graffiti. The air hangs heavy with the weight of forgotten prayers and lingering despair. A city street pulses with a subdued dread, the faces of passers-by etched with suspicion and fear. Each step seems measured, each glance guarded, as if the very air is thick with unspoken threats. The headlines scream of broken treaties, a stark reminder of the world's descent into chaos. Newspapers display bold pronouncements of escalating tensions, fueling the simmering unease. The stark black ink against the newsprint mirrors the bleak outlook reflected in the eyes of the citizens. Every rustle of paper, every hurried footstep, amplifies the sense of impending doom hanging heavy in the air. Generals and politicians gather in the war room, their faces illuminated by the cold, eerie glow of holographic maps. The circular table becomes a battleground for heated arguments, voices rising and falling in a storm of blame and strategy. Each strained expression reflects the weight of the world, shadows dancing in the tense, heavy atmosphere. The holographic projections cast an unsettling light, emphasizing the gravity of their desperate situation. At the border, soldiers stand vigilant, their weapons poised, the air heavy with unspoken tension and simmering conflict. The desolate landscape stretches out, a silent witness to the fragile, uneasy peace. A single gunshot pierces the stillness, shattering the calm like a shard of glass. The echo reverberates across the barren expanse, a stark reminder of the ever-present threat. Explosions erupt across the ravaged landscape, each blast carving deep wounds into the earth. Cities crumble in a fiery embrace, the horizon ablaze with towering infernos. Smoke and ash billow skyward, painting the heavens in a dark, suffocating shroud. Civilians, faces etched with despair and grime, surge through the chaos, driven by a primal need to survive. Tears stream down their cheeks, mingling with the dirt as they flee the relentless destruction. Each desperate stride is a testament to the enduring spirit amidst the overwhelming devastation. In the heart of the bunker, a family huddles together, swallowed by darkness. A flickering emergency lamp casts elongated, dancing shadows across the cold, damp concrete walls. Outside, the ominous echoes of war rumble, distant explosions and the staccato rhythm of gunfire. A child whimpers softly, their tiny frame trembling in fear. The child clutches a tattered teddy bear, seeking solace in its worn fur. The family's collective fear hangs heavy in the confined space, a palpable blanket of dread. Under the harsh glare of studio lights, a news anchor's face reflects exhaustion and mounting dread. His voice, strained with the weight of grim news, fills the studio with reports of escalating casualties. Each word he speaks paints a bleak picture of dwindling resources, a battle seemingly lost. Despair flickers in his eyes, mirroring the hopelessness of the stories he's forced to tell. In the vast expanse of the sky, bombers advance in menacing formation, engines roaring like thunder. Their shadows stretch across the war-torn land, a grim omen cast upon the ravaged earth. The drone of the engines intensifies, a deafening symphony of destruction echoing across the desolate landscape. Each aircraft carries a promise of devastation, a dark cloud looming over the world below. The sky, once a symbol of hope, is now a canvas of impending doom, filled with the harbingers of war. In the heart of the abandoned school, dust motes swirl in the dying firelight, casting eerie shadows. The heavy scent of damp concrete mixes with the palpable fear hanging in the air. Small figures huddle together for warmth and comfort. Their pale faces, smudged with dirt, reflect the flickering light. A mournful song rises from the group, their voices blending in haunting harmony. The children sing, their voices echoing through the desolate halls of the abandoned school. Under a dust-choked sky, a lone survivor navigates the ghostly remains of a ruined city. Each step echoes through the skeletal buildings, the crunch of rubble a stark reminder of what was lost. Eyes scan the horizon, desperately seeking a sign, a flicker of life amidst the desolation. Silence answers the survivor's unspoken plea, heavy and absolute. The acrid scent of long-dead fires stings the nostrils, a haunting testament to past infernos. A grim tableau of death and destruction stretches endlessly before them, a panorama of despair. Inside the internet cafe, screens flicker with a chaotic storm of propaganda, their light reflecting in the eyes of the enraged patrons. A cacophony of angry voices rises, each word laced with hatred as arguments erupt between the patrons. The air crackles with tension, the weight of misinformation pressing down on everyone present. Faces contorted in fury, they argue, lost in the digital echo chamber of the internet cafe. A sudden, blinding flash scorches the sky, an omen of unimaginable power. The world is consumed by an earth-shattering roar that vibrates through the very bones of the earth. From the horizon, a monstrous mushroom cloud begins to ascend, its horrifying beauty a stark contrast to its destructive essence. The cloud billows, casting an ominous shadow that stretches across the land, a dark harbinger of what is to come. The once clear sky is now marred, the air thick with an unnatural stillness that precedes the storm. The sun struggles to penetrate the growing darkness, its light fading as the sky transforms into a canvas of impending doom. In the claustrophobic confines of the underground shelter, huddled figures await news, their faces masks of fear. The heavy air is thick with the smell of sweat and unspoken dread. Each tick of the clock amplifies the palpable sense of despair that permeates the shelter. Whispers echo through the crowd as hope dwindles with each passing moment. Eyes dart nervously towards the comms panel, a silent plea for the all-clear signal that seems forever delayed. Under the merciless sun, a small group of refugees trudges across the seemingly endless desert, their silhouettes stark against the horizon. Each step is a battle against the oppressive heat and hunger, their bodies weary, their spirits tested by the barren landscape. Dusty clothes hang loosely on their emaciated frames, telling tales of hardship and relentless struggle. Hope flickers in their eyes as they desperately search for any sign of respite in the shimmering heat. In the dim light of the religious shrine, a lone figure kneels on the cold stone, his form trembling with intense emotion. His hands are clasped tightly, a silent plea etched into every line of his body as shadows dance around him, cast by flickering candlelight. The air is thick with unspoken words, heavy with the weight of his desperate prayer. "Forgive me. Please, forgive me," he whispers, his voice cracking with despair. "I beg for salvation. I am lost." The night sky bleeds into a horrifying crimson, a morbid painting unfurling across the heavens. Faces turn upward, bathed in the eerie, blood-red light, reflecting a shared sense of impending doom. A collective gasp escapes the crowd, a symphony of terror echoing under the ominous sky. The crimson stain intensifies, deepening the dread that grips the onlookers. The world watches, paralyzed, as the heavens herald what feels like the end of days. The vast, once blue ocean transforms into a horrifying expanse of black, oily slick. The water churns, a dark mirror reflecting a world teetering on the brink of ecological collapse. Lifeless fish float listlessly on the surface, their scales dulled, their vibrant colors extinguished. Vacant eyes stare upwards, reflecting the grim reality of a dying ecosystem. The ocean, once a symbol of life, now embodies a silent, suffocating demise. An eerie silence hangs heavy in the library, broken only by the persistent drip, drip, drip of water. Books lie scattered across the floor, their pages open, revealing glimpses of forgotten knowledge and arcane secrets. Dust motes dance in the shafts of sunlight that pierce through the grimy windows, illuminating the chaos. The air is thick with the musty scent of aged paper and dampness, a palpable sense of decay permeating the room. Each drop of water echoes in the stillness, a haunting reminder of the library's slow descent into ruin. The scene speaks of neglect and abandonment, a sanctuary of knowledge slowly succumbing to the ravages of time. Under a sky choked with smoke, the only light flickers from the inferno of burning cities. The stench of ash and death permeates the air, a grim testament to the devastation. Flickering shadows dance across the ruined landscape, painting a macabre tableau of destruction. The silence is broken only by the crackling of flames, a haunting symphony of war. A desolate horizon stretches endlessly, marked only by the silhouettes of crumbled buildings against the fiery sky. In the desolate throne room, an empty throne stands as a stark testament to lost power. Dust blankets the room, a silent shroud over forgotten authority and faded glory. Sunlight streams through shattered windows, illuminating the desolation and decay within the once grand hall. The air hangs heavy with the ghosts of past reigns, a somber reflection on the impermanence of power. From the silent abyss of space, a vision of Earth emerges, marred and scarred. Wounds of past conflicts etch deep lines across the planet's surface. The once vibrant blue is now dulled, overshadowed by the marks of destruction. A haunting testament to battles fought and losses endured blankets the fragile globe. Earth floats, a wounded warrior bearing the scars of survival against the cold canvas of space. Under a somber sky, rows of weathered tombstones stand in silent formation, stretching far into the distance. Each marker whispers tales of lives cut short, sacrifices made in the heart of war. The graveyard spreads out, an endless testament to loss and remembrance. Sunlight struggles to penetrate the heavy atmosphere, casting long shadows across the hallowed ground. A palpable sense of grief hangs in the air, carried by the gentle breeze that rustles through the grass. The scene evokes a profound sense of solitude and reflection amidst the silent stones. The desolate landscape stretches out, a canvas of muted tones under a sky heavy with unspoken finality. Silence reigns, a profound stillness that speaks of endings and the absence of life. The air hangs heavy, as if the world itself is holding its breath, awaiting a fate already sealed. An oppressive silence blankets the scene, the grave of all things, where only echoes of what was remain.